Well, hello and welcome to Jackie Stitches. I'm Jackie, and it's good to see you. And it's good to be here. It's been a while. It's been, I think, almost 2 months since I recorded my last video. And there are a few reasons for that. One of the reasons is some of you might know, probably I've mentioned on Instagram and probably on another video, is that I suffer from seasonal depression. And this year or this winter was kind of hard, and it doesn't seem to coincide with how bad the weather is because our winter wasn't really especially hard weather-wise. But yeah, I just the gray days and the cold weather really do something to me. So I do all the things to help alleviate some of those feelings that go along with that. But sometimes, yeah, it's just hard. And so it's spring and I'm feeling better. And so I thought I would check in. This probably won't be a very long video because one of the things that goes along with that is with any type of depression is you just don't get a lot done sometimes. So I'm kind of getting back in the swing of doing things. And so I have a few things to show you, mostly starts. I do have a couple of finishes to show you, I think, since I last recorded a video. It might be a repeat, but I'm not going to go back and look. So if you've seen it before, you'll get to see it again. And the other thing that's been going on is that I work for two grants at the university here. And on one of those grant teams, there are six of us, and three of the ladies have been out on maternity leave for the last few months, and two of them are still on maternity leave. And that has made an increase in my workload, which I'm happy to do. But I will be really glad when those ladies are back, and so I can sort of resume my normal amount of work. But yeah, it's been really fun to be a 57-year-old on a team of mostly younger people and watching them go through their, young motherhood, early, young marriages and balancing work and little kids and new babies. And yeah, so that's been kind of fun to watch that and also be really thankful of where I'm at in my life. I'm really happy to be 57 with young adult kids. And I did really enjoy those younger years, but I'm really happy to be here too, where I'm at. So I realize a lot of times when I come home from work that I can do whatever I want. And I don't have, other than my dogs, I don't really have anyone to ask me for much. So there's some freedom in that. So all you young moms out there know that it does get definitely easier, even though parenting young adults isn't always easy with issues that come up. But um, yeah, so I am thankful. So anyway, so let's talk about stitching. Okay. So first, before we get started, how cute is this shirt? It says, "What would Dolly do?" And I'm not a huge country music fan at all, but I do love Dolly Parton and all of the good things that she does in our country. And so when I saw somebody wearing that, I thought, I have to have that. So anyway, super cute. Got it from Etsy. And so I think I'll start with my finishes. And um, I have two full finishes and one. I kind of think maybe I did show it on the last video, but I'll have to pop a picture of it in here. But we'll get to that one in just a second. I'll have to pop a picture in because I gave it as a gift to my mom for her birthday. So, but the first one I'm going to show you is called Sweetly Sayin' by Primrose Cottage, and it was their cute Valentine pattern. And so I just thought it was adorable. I love their patterns. They're not difficult to do, and they stitch up pretty quickly and they just turn out so cute. So I turned this into a pillow and I stitched I did the Primrose Cottage method. That's what I call it because they're the first people that I saw do the method of stuffing, where you sew up all four sides and then cut a slit in the back and then cover it with fabric. I think they use felt a lot of times. So I just used some fabric that I had. But yeah, I thought that was really cute. So that's back and that's front. And I did this on 25 count potato Lugana and which I think they also use that fabric a lot in a lot of their finishes. So yeah, this is maybe my favorite piece that I've done since I got back to stitching over a year ago now. So yeah, and this is modern, what it looks like. So that's Primrose Cottage. And the other one that I finished that I will pop a picture in is the I scanned this in, so it's not great, but it's Berry Basket, also by Primrose Cottage. And I turned that into a pillow for my mom for her birthday in February. So I will pop a picture in of that. It turned out really cute. I think I did post that on Instagram too, if you follow me there. So that one, I believe, was probably also done on 25 count potato Lugana, but I'm not 100% sure on that. So that was one that when I'd started it, I didn't really like it, so I put it aside for almost a year and picked it back up, and then I ended up loving it. So sometimes you just have to do that. So those are the two finishes that I have had since we last met. And so let's start with the things that I'm working on. So the next one is also a Primrose Cottage, and I promise I'm not only doing Primrose projects, but I do love their stuff. So this one is the new one that just came out, and all the proceeds from this are going to their sister Katie. If you follow them, her husband has cancer. So all the proceeds from this pattern are going directly to them, I believe. So I thought, that's a really wonderful way to support them. But I also really loved the pattern too, and it's called Hope Anchors the Soul. And I also bought the finishing kit on this. So I will be finishing it exactly the way it is here. And I love the colors and the fabric that they used. And so this is where I'm at. I've only been working on this a couple of days. So, and I'm not a fast stitcher, as you might know already, but that's okay. So this is where I'm at. So yeah, I love the color of the thread, and it's Classic Color Works House Wine. And yeah, it's just really pretty, and I'm looking forward to finishing it. I got the finishing kit, which comes with this fabric. And I'm going to try to do the pillow just like they have it in the pattern. So yeah, really, really pretty. I really like pink. So I wear a lot of pink. So it doesn't really go with my decor, but it would be cute in a dough bowl for spring, I think. So that's what I'm planning to do. So that is the one I've been working on most recently. So this is one that I was working on over the winter. And also, I use these plastic bags from Amazon for all my projects. I'm hoping to start getting some of those fabric project bags, but not yet done that. So, but these work really great and they are not expensive. So this one is called Joy by Shakespeare's Peddler, and I know that I've shown this one, and I haven't really gotten any further, and I'm keeping everything in the hoops, by the way. Um, and I think I'm just going to stop working on this for now because I really like working on things in season. I'm trying to get to the point where I am working on things a little ahead of the season so I can display them, but I'm not there yet. So this one is Joy, Shakespeare's Peddler, and I think this one is on 16 count Ren Ada, and I really think this is pretty, and I do hope to get this finished before next winter, the next holiday season. So, and I really like the color of that Ren fabric too. I think it's Picture This Plus is who makes this fabric. So yeah, pretty colors. I like the design, but I think I'm just gonna put that on hold for a little while until we get back into more cold weather stitching. And sorry, I am pretty much a PDF person on my iPad, so I'm having to look all these up. I did start temperature stitching, and I'm having a hard time keeping up with it. And so what I find is I work on it every couple weeks and spend a couple of hours getting caught up. That's fine. And at the end of the year, it'll be really fun to see it when I can look at the historical data for the temps, and it's fine. It's just not really what I had envisioned for temperature stitching. I thought I would pull it out every morning and stitch for, you know, 20 minutes or however long it takes me to do the stitch for that day, but that just hasn't been how it's worked out for me, and that is okay. But this one is called Small Hearts Temperature Yearly Counted Cross Stitch Pattern by Apricot Polka Dot, and I have shown this before. And I got that on Etsy. They have an Etsy shop, and they do have some cute stuff. And this one is also, I believe, on 25 count antique white Lugana. And so this is where I'm at so far, but I am pretty far behind at this point, probably more than 2 weeks behind. So I need to have a temperature stitching session. So, but it's going to be really fun and really colorful to see. But, speaking of dealing with seasonal depression, you can see like I started, this is January 1st, and, really, really cold. But we have had some warmer days mixed in there, some really warm days, you know. This was probably in sometime in early March, and that's I think close to 80 degrees for that color. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun to see what this looks like at the end of the year. So, yeah, so that's been fun. Not what I expected about how I would be doing it, but it's still fun. Mhm. And let's see what this one is. Okay, this is my heritage sampler that I'm working on. And I've definitely talked about this one. And this is going to be a long term, for me, a long term project, probably many, many months this year. Well, if I could find the photo of it. Um, and I'm doing this one in honor of my maternal grandmother, Nyla. And so it's called Americana Blue by October House Fiber Arts. And as I told you before in my other videos, this just really spoke to me about who she was. And she was a quilter and a maker, and they lived in a big home like that. And um, she was born in 1924. This says 23. So oops, yeah, I think that's a really cute pattern, and I'm looking forward to displaying that. Um, I think this one will definitely be one that I get professionally framed. So this is where I am so far. I'm a middle start person, so I am just on that middle row. And yeah, I think it's going to be really pretty and special, full of meaning. This is 16 count Country French Latte Ada, and I don't actually know who makes this. I kind of want to say it's Witchell, but I'm not 100% sure. So yeah, I like it's just kind of a, neutral fabric, so it's perfect for this blue thread. And the thread is called Blue Jeans by Weeks Dye Works. So yeah, I'm really, really liking the color of that. Yep. Let's see. Okay, now we're going to talk about a couple of projects that I have been so excited about. They were the projects that I couldn't wait to start, and I have messed up on both of them. So let's talk about that. So this one is Flea Market Flowers by Lori Holt, right? It's Lori Holt, right? Yes. And I love everything about this. I love her quilts. I love her patterns. I'm hoping to transition my sort of more neutral living room space into more colorful. I have a quilt that really has all these colors that I'm going to display in there, and I love it. Well, I didn't measure my fabric correctly, so I got as far as this and started doing these stitches along the sides and realized when I got to the end that I had maybe this much fabric left around the edge. And I mean, maybe you could work with that because I want to get that one professionally framed too, maybe. I don't know if you could work with that small of a border to frame. So it would probably would work for a pillow, but it's a pretty big piece. So I thought it would look really nice framed. So I just ditched it and I ordered new fabric, which just came and have not started it again. And this is 25 count potato Lugana, but this is the size of the fabric. I mean, it's kind of massive. So it's going to be a big piece, and now I know I have enough fabric, but I love all the colors, and it's just this is definitely me. And yeah, so I'm kind of a little nervous to start it again. I know I have enough fabric, but yeah, so I just need to get it started. Some of you love having tons of starts, and for me, I I think I just don't have enough confidence yet that I get a little stressed or worried, you know, it's stitching, so it's okay. But about starting, about whether I'm going to, you know, start it in the right place or if I'm going to have enough fabric. And now I know that I need to um, probably always order more fabric than I think I need, just to be sure. I did use the calculator on 123stitch.com to do this, but somehow I probably entered something in incorrectly. So anyway, lesson learned. It's okay, and I will just start it over. And then this is the last one I'm going to show you. Again, the one these are probably my top two that I've been the most excited about starting in 2026. And I started this one and then realized that I was not enjoying the fabric. I was struggling with it. So, which this is not uncommon when I try to do a fabric that I'm not familiar with. So this is Book Goddess by Tiny Modernist, and I love everything about this pattern too. And it's so cute, and I love the colors. And I got the fabric. I got the mint fabric, and it is 18 count Aida. And I thought, I can stitch really easily on Ada. 16 count is my comfort stitch or fabric size. 16 count Ada, and I thought 18 count can't be that much different. Well, it is for me anyway. And this is 18 count mint Ada from Picture This Plus. And so this is where I'm at, which is just like the top of her where her dress starts to come down. And try to get a little bit closer. Gosh, that it just really washes out the color of the fabric. It's a lot more saturated than what it's showing on here. It's looking a lot, well, I guess it's kind of what the lights I have on just are really washing these out. The mint Ada is more saturated than what this is showing. It's really pretty. So I just decided I'm just going to order 16 count. So I think that's what I did end up ordering. I can't remember now. I might have ended up ordering Lugana, which I'm finding that's a comfort fabric for me too, a 25 count Lugana. So we'll see what I ended up ordering. I'll show you in the next video. And hopefully I'll be a little bit further along. But I'm definitely looking forward to starting this again and on a fabric that I can actually, comfortably stitch on. Maybe because this is dyed, it made the holes so much smaller. And I don't know. I'm definitely going to keep the fabric and maybe try it again at another time with maybe a smaller project where I don't feel maybe so intimidated. But anyway, so, I struggled stitching for the last couple months, and then the two projects that I was the most excited about, I kind of, yeah, was struggling with those, but that's okay. I mean, it's just stitching, right? So, none of this is life or death. It's for fun. So, I'm looking forward to getting that fabric. I think it'll be here maybe tomorrow. So, and seeing what that looks like and remembering what it was. So that's kind of it. I do have some other whips, but I did a whip parade. I can't remember a few months ago. So I don't really want to go back through all those. These are the ones I'm kind of actively working on, except for that winter one I'm going to put away. But the rest of these I am pretty much actively working on. And I find with working full time and everything, that's four, do I have four? Four or five whips is really all I can handle. And because I like to finish them. I I know a lot of you really just enjoy the process of the stitching, and I do that I like that too, but I really like the end product. So, yeah, so four or five at a time is enough for me. And so hopefully the next time I come back on here, I'll have some finishes. At least the Primrose Cottage one, I'm sure I'll have finished. These other ones are fairly large projects for me, so I'm not sure how soon I'll get any of those finished. So, um, I think that's going to be it for stitching, and I might pop back in here in a minute and talk about some books and reading and other things. So, if you're here just for the stitching, I will see you later. And if you're interested in books and things, stick around. Well, I'm back to talk about books, but I found when I was kind of looking back, I really haven't read that much either. So this isn't a super exciting video with full of lots of information about what I've been doing. So I have continued to read the um, Andrea Severson books. I also follow her on YouTube. I also do some writing too, so I do follow some write some indie authors usually and people who do writing. So that's how I found her and her books. Um, I'm on the Independent Hearts series. I think I'm still on book two of that, and set in a small, I believe, Wisconsin town. And it's just about each book is about a small independent business, and but you see a lot of the same characters and so, yeah, I've been enjoying just kind of slowly trying to get off social media and stop scrolling and actually get back to some reading. and I've put limits on my apps and I've deleted my apps and um, yeah, it's a struggle. And so I'm trying to kind of take notes from this younger generation who don't want to be on social media all the time. I love seeing that with their analog bags and things like that. If you haven't seen any of that yet, you might look that up. And analog bags are something that probably a lot of us already have. We just didn't call it that. But I am trying to get more into that instead of looking at my phone because it's not healthy for me to do that. And there's a lot of not so great things happening in our country and around the world, and it's hard to see that. And as much as you want to be plugged in and be aware of what's going on, you also can't let it consume you. So I am trying to balance that, and sometimes I'm not doing a great job, and sometimes I am, and I'm sure a lot of you are in that same situation. So I believe in kindness and doing what we can for others and creating something with our hands in this world of AI seems more important than ever. And I think that's one of the reasons I've started trying to write again, because we need that in our world. We need people to make things and write things and create music. And so I know a lot of you who are watching this are already doing many of those things. So that is it. I will pop Andrea's YouTube channel and maybe tag her and put the book series in there if you're interested in that. If you like that small town kind of romance, easy reading, nice to escape to a small town in Wisconsin. And I'll put that in there. So if you want to check that out. So other than that, that's it for my update. I hope next time that when I talk to you, I will have more to share and more progress on my stitching. And I hope you all are enjoying sunshine and warm weather where you are. Although I think I saw maybe Minnesota was getting more snow. So I'm sorry about that. Unless you love the snow, then congratulations if you do. And yeah, so hope to talk about more maybe gardening and things like that and travel plans next time too. So thank you so much for joining me here, and I look forward to chatting with you soon. Bye.